Hello dear students, we people have completed your first two chapter, correct? Living world as well as your biological classification. If you're talking about biological classification, then uske andar we people have discussed your 5 kingdom classification proposed by our R.H. Whittaker, okay, in which he classified organisms into 5 kingdoms starting from kingdom Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. These are our 5 kingdoms classified by our Whittaker. Apart from this, there are many organisms like virus, you can say viroids, right, lichens and prions. They are not given place in this 5 kingdom classification due to some exceptional cases, okay. Here in this chapter we are going to discuss your kingdom Plantae, or simply you can say as your plant kingdom, okay. Now if we are talking about your plant kingdom, then this includes your plants. What are characteristic of plants? Number 1, of course they are eukaryotic, multicellular, and most important thing, they are autotrophic. Autotrophic in the sense what? They are going to prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. And of course, these plants have cell wall which is made up of your cellulose. Yes or no? You people have understood structure of cell, okay, structure of cell, उसके components you people have understood in chapter cell, ठीक है. तो ये जो plants होते हैं, these plants have cell wall which is made up of cellulose. Am I clear? So ये हो गया general characteristic of your organisms belonging to kingdom Plantae. Eukaryotic, multicellular, autotrophic. Autotrophic का मतलब क्या हुआ? They are going to prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. By using solar energy, carbon dioxide, they are going to prepare carbohydrate, and all other animals, we are talking about us only, directly or indirectly are dependent on these plants for requirement of food and thus energy. Simple as that, okay. Now before starting this chapter, we need to understand certain classification method, okay. In this we are going to understand your artificial classification, natural classification and phylogenetic classification, okay. So give heading in your notebook as classification, okay. ये heading डालो सभी, okay. First मैंने क्या बोला आपको? We are going to understand your artificial classification, okay. If we are talking about this artificial classification, ठीक है, then this type of classification dated long back. अभी ये नहीं चलता, right? It dated long back. This classification is based on few similarities. ये जो classification है, it is based on one, or you can say few similarities. Am I clear? It does not taken into consideration natural and phylogenetic history of organism. Okay. Once again मैंने आपको ये बोला, ये जो classification है, it is based on what I am writing, one, or you can say it as your few similarities. Few similarities. Okay. Does not taken into consideration your natural and phylogenetic history. Phylogenetic history ये term मैंने आपको समझाई है. What is phylogeny? It is evolutionary history of living organism, ठीक है. So ये जो classification system है, it does not takes into consideration your natural and phylogenetic history of living organism, ठीक है. Again, since it is based on few similarities, it is very simple and easy to follow. बहुत ही सिंपल क्लासिफिकेशन है, बहुत इजी होता है ये फॉलो करने के लिए. बट द मेन ड्रॉबैक इज दैट जो ऑर्गेनिजम्स अनरिलेटेड है, जो ऑर्गेनिजम्स कैसे बोले मैंने, अनरिलेटेड, ठीक है, दे आर प्लेस्ड इन सेम ग्रुप, दे आर प्लेस्ड इन सेम ग्रुप, एम आई क्लियर? सो ये ड्रॉबैक हो गया. वन मोर ड्रॉबैक इज देयर, दोज ऑर्गेनिजम्स हु आर क्लोजली रिलेटेड, जो क्लोजली रिलेटेड है यार, ओके, दे आर प्लेस्ड इन डिफरेंट ग्रुप. ये मेन हो गया ड्रॉबैक आर्टिफिशियल क्लासिफिकेशन का. जो अनरिलेटेड है उसको सेम में डाल दिया, जो रिलेटेड है उसको डिफरेंट में डाला, राइट? सो दिस क्रिएट्स प्रॉब्लम इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग. वैसे दिस क्लासिफिकेशन वॉज प्रिवेलेंट एट द टाइम ऑफ लीनियस. लीनियस से पहले भी एरिस्टोटल ने, लीनियस से पहले, व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू राइट, एरिस्टोटल, ओके, he also classified organisms on the basis of habitat. लीनियस से पहले ये सिस्टम किसने बताई आपको, एरिस्टोटल ने, where he classified organisms depending on different habitat, okay. Apart from this he classified animals into two categories. ये मैंने आपको बताया था, one who have red blood and one who do not have red blood, yes or no? तो ये जो क्लासिफिकेशन हुआ बेटा जी, वो कैसा हुआ आपका, बेस्ड ऑन फ्यू सिमिलैरिटीज. जो जैसे कि रेड ब्लड है तो एक में डालो, रेड ब्लड नहीं है तो एक में डालो, यस और नो? यस. सो दिस क्रिएट्स प्रॉब्लम, ओके. Apart from this, if we are talking about our Linnaeus, Carolus Linnaeus, what is contribution of Carolus Linnaeus? Yes, we people have understood binomial nomenclature, and this binomial nomenclature is given by our Carolus Linnaeus, okay. Apart from this, ये जो Carolus Linnaeus है, उन्होंने दिया artificial classification. किसका? Artificial classification of flowering plants. जो plants flowers produce करते हैं, that are our angiosperms. ठीक है, जो angiosperms होते हैं उसको हम कहते हैं flowering plants. So he classified this flowering plant on the basis of androecium. Now what is this androecium? Androecium is nothing but male reproductive unit. Male reproductive unit in plant is, yes, आप सबको पता है, that is our stamen. ठीक है. So Linnaeus uses your, I can say, number, union, structure of stamen, that is your androecium, to classify flowering plants. Am I clear? So ये दो चीज आपको याद रखनी है. Linnaeus ने कौन सा क्लासिफिकेशन दिया flowering plants का, on the basis of structure of this stamen, or you can say it as your androecium. ठीक है. उससे पहले एरिस्टोटल ने क्लासिफाई करा ऑर्गेनिजम्स को बेस्ड ऑन हैबिटेट. Am I clear? तो ये हो गया आपका आर्टिफिशियल सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन, ओके. उसके बाद आई आपकी सेकेंड वन, दैट इज योर नेचुरल क्लासिफिकेशन, ओके. Now if I am talking about natural classification, again this stays for a very long period before the idea of evolution comes into existence. Am I clear? नहीं समझ में आया? वापस से एक बार, ये जो नेचुरल क्लासिफिकेशन है, ये मेथड भी बहुत टाइम तक चली, ओके. कब तक चली है? Till the idea of evolution do not come. Am I clear? Now if we are talking about this natural classification, then this natural classification is not only based on few similarities. It is not only based on few similarities, but also took into consideration similarities, okay. Your anatomy का मतलब होता है इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म. योर एम्ब्रियोलॉजी, एम्ब्रियोलॉजी का मतलब क्या होता है, स्टडी ऑफ एम्ब्रियो, ओके। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस योर फाइटोकेमिस्ट्री विच डील्स विथ केमिकल कंस्टिट्यूएंट एंड मेनी मोर। सो ये जो सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन है, इट टुक इनटू कंसिडरेशन सिमिलैरिटीज. Apart from this, anatomy, phytochemistry, embryology, physiology, and many more factors are taken into consideration while classifying any living organism. ठीक है? And one of the most natural classification which works for longer time, right, was given by our Bentham and Hooker. I hope ये नाम आपने पहले भी सुना है, okay? So if question is there, Bentham and Hooker, आंख बंद करके लिखो क्या? He gave natural classification, simple as that. ठीक है? तो ये हो गया आपका natural classification. And last comes your phylogenetic classification, okay? अगर आपसे कोई पूछे widely accepted classification, okay, then you are going to give answer as phylogenetic classification. ठीक है? So this phylogenetic classification is widely accepted classification. This phylogenetic classification is based on evolutionary history of living organisms. ठीक है? It takes into consideration evolutionary history of living organisms. ठीक है? So according to this classification, those organisms who are placed in same group, okay, group का दूसरा नाम है taxa. This we people have already understood in chapter 1. ठीक है? So those organisms who are placed in one group or one taxa shares common ancestor. They have common ancestors. Am I clear? So this is the most accepted method of classification, okay? Apart from this method of classification, when it comes to classification of any organisms, we are taken into consideration many other information available sidewise, okay? This becomes very important when there is no fossil record. अगर fossil record होता है तो you are going to match that fossil with any of the existing classification. लेकिन अगर fossil record नहीं है तो आपको different techniques use करनी होती है. Okay, nowadays if I am going to say, your taxonomists are going to use taxonomists are using your numerical taxonomy. Over here I am writing number 1. I hope you people have written this, right? Pause your video for a minute and write this, please. Okay, so if you are talking about your taxonomist, right, then this taxonomists are going to use different types of taxonomy for classifying organisms. First says your numerical taxonomy. First one is your numerical taxonomy. Okay, as the name suggests, it is based on numbers. Am I clear? अब इसमें क्या किया जाता है? All observable characters are given numbers and codes. जैसे कि if I am talking about your flower, तो flower का color, it is given number 1, or you can give it any code. So say for example your asterisk mark, okay, flower color, then I can say number of carpel, number of stamen, okay, your how sepals looks. These all are characters, and ये सारे characters को दिए जाते हैं numbers and codes. These numbers and codes are stored in computers. So what are the keywords you people have to memorize? They are given number and codes. ये सारा data are fitted in your computer. Okay, so again this method gives equal importance, equal weightage to all observable characters, and at a very same time one can go for hundreds of characters. So say for example आपने कुछ नई plant species identify करी है, कुछ नई प्लांट स्पीशीज आपने आइडेंटिफाई करी है, तो उसमें जो आपको कैरेक्टर्स दिखाई दिए, यू आर गोइंग टू मैच with the data stored in our computer. This helps in identification of that newly discovered plant. तो ये होती है बच्चा जी आपकी numerical taxonomy. Okay, second comes your cytotaxonomy. Okay, if we are talking about your cytotaxonomy, then it deals with structure of cell. This takes into consideration chromosome number, structure. Okay, what I am going to write, this takes into consideration your chromosome number for identification of organism, or you can say the structure, okay, and different components of cell. So these are used for classifying organism. Okay, and last that we people have to understand is your chemotaxonomy. This takes into consideration your chemical constituent. This takes into consideration your chemical constituents. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया जनरल डिस्क्रिप्शन. वी पीपल हैव अंडरस्टूड types of classification, and then we have discussed your numerical taxonomy, cytotaxonomy and chemotaxonomy. ठीक है, I hope you people understood this very well. Now comes to your classification of plant kingdom. Once again, pause your video and write the content, please. Okay, now we are going to discuss classification of plant kingdom. ठीक है, general classification I am giving in this video, and next video onward we are going to start with your core of your chapter. So I am rubbing this all. I hope you people have written in your notebooks. Okay, so give next heading as classification of plants, or simple as that, plant kingdom. Okay, now these plants are mainly classified into two categories. They are mainly classified into two categories, says your cryptogams, and over here I am writing your phanerogams. Okay, sorry, it is your phanerogams. Am I clear? So वापस से एक बार, your plants are classified into two categories. Cryptogams का मतलब होता है they are non flowering plants, जो plants flowers produce ना करें. Okay, and phanerogams are classified it as your flowering plant, you can say. Okay, but it is not so, that we will see next one. Now if you are talking about your cryptogams, these cryptogams are further classified into your Thallophyta. Okay, then we are having your Bryophyta, and we are having your Pteridophyta. Okay, under Thallophyta comes our algae. So we are going to understand algae in detail. Apart from this, if you are talking about bacteria, if you are talking about fungus, if you are talking about lichens, this all comes under your Thallophyta. This all comes under your Thallophyta. But since we are discussing your plant kingdom, यहाँ पे only I am writing algae. Okay. Now, if we are talking about your phanerogams, then these phanerogams are further classified into two categories. That is your gymnosperm and your angiosperm. ठीक है, ये flowering plants है, classified into two categories, gymnosperm and angiosperm. If we are talking about your gymnosperms, तो जिम्नोस्पर्म्स में होता है आपका जो ओव्यूल होता है वो नेकेड होता है. यू कैन सी विथ योर आईज इट इज नेकेड. सो हियर आई एम राइटिंग योर फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स. ठीक है. So if you are talking about your gymnosperms, the ovule होता है naked. If you are talking about your angiosperms, your ovules are covered by ovary. Ovules are covered by ovary. ठीक है. And finally, depending on number of cotyledons, depending on number of cotyledons, we are classifying this angiosperms into two, जो आप सभी को पता है. Number one is your monocotyledon, right? And second one is your dicotyledons. Okay, so monocots and dicots have only one cotyledon, have your two cotyledon. तो बच्चा जी ये हो गया आपका जनरल क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्लांट. In this chapter, in detail, we are going to understand algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. I hope you understood this video. Thank you very much.